The consolation game between Yale and UConn just wrapped up, so now we can turn our attention to that championship game. And the growth spurt not only put him over 7 feet tall, but took his game to new heights. It helps when you hit your first drive on the first tee in front of that huge gallery right down the fairway, which is exactly what he did. Mike and Keisha, the NBA announcing tonight that it has decided to suspend its season until further notice after a player tested positive for COVID-19. What's your go-to pump-up song if you're getting ready for an outing? Dillon Stadium is back, and it's better than ever. He calls the action on the field, but imagine doing it without being able to see. That's what I always say, Gabby. Better late than never. UConn will play 2 games here in Bubbleville over the next 3 days. They nipped it in the bud this week. Imagine they didn't cancel those games when they did. Dave Matthews finds the space between first and second. That allows Buddy Dwayne to 2-step on home. Basketball fans in Connecticut have seen Jim Calhoun win a lot of games. He's already an amazing company, but Friday, a chance for the Hall of Famer to join the 900-win club. While I was interviewing Coach Witter for this story, we were both unaware that the microphone was on the same frequency as the school's PA system. So our conversation could be heard over the loudspeakers in the gym where his team was finishing up practice. He was one of the biggest stories of the high school basketball season. Literally, 7-foot sophomore Donovan Clingan was the main attraction here at Bristol Central Games, and as his star continues to rise, he is building on a family legacy of basketball success. From the moment he walks into the gym,
jaws drop, wow.
Everyone is looking up to Donovan Clingan.
7th grade, 8th grade, when I realized how big I actually am.
His size and skill leaves defenses helpless.
They'll smack me when I go for layups, and then look at the refs and be like, I don't know what you want me to do, he's 7 feet tall.
In between his freshman and sophomore year, Donovan grew 4 inches. And the growth spurt not only put him over 7 feet tall, but took his game to new heights. A breakout sophomore season has resulted in national attention, packed gyms, and 5 Division I offers so far.
I'm just trying to stay humble. You know, it's obviously a blessing, and you know, it's a great opportunity.
He's handled it better than most 16-year-olds could ever. He works hard. He's always in the gym first.
Head up, head up, head up!
This type of success runs in the family. Look no further than Donovan's mom, Stacy.
She brought basketball into my life.
Stacy Perini Clingan played basketball at Bristol Central from 1989 to 1993. She died of breast cancer in 2018 when Donovan was in 8th grade.
When she passed away, you know, it flicked the switch and made me work harder.
I can't wait to see Clingan and Perini with the names next to each other in the record books.
Stacy set the school's all-time rebounding record and received 67 scholarship offers. She never got to see Donovan play at her alma mater.
Me and her both, we never knew that I was going to be what I am today.
Playing on the same court his mom did, Stacy is never far from Donovan's mind.
If things are getting a little heated, I just think about what she'd want me to do in this situation and what would make her happy.
Stacy came in school here, dominated, great person, and that's the same thing with Donovan.
A bright basketball future awaits the 16-year-old. In the meantime, he just wants to make his family and hometown proud.
Trying to put Bristol back on the map, you know, people don't really know about us, so it's important to me to make sure that people do.
You can really sense the pride the community feels in having Donovan represent them on the court. And even though he didn't get a chance to play for a state championship this year, something tells me he'll be competing for championships for years to come. In Bristol, Matt Finkel, NBC Connecticut Sports.
Everyone has something that's holding them back and telling them not to do the thing that they think they should do. You can either be a victim of your circumstances or you can create your own.
Nick Newell was born without a left hand.
It's a part of who I am. It's not everything.
That hasn't stopped him from making a name for himself in the octagon.
I maybe started a little bit further back from the starting line, but that doesn't mean I can't finish ahead of everyone else if I'm willing to hustle.
Newell's hard work has led to a fight on the prestigious Bellator MMA card right here in Bridgeport.
This is my hometown arena. There's no other place in the world I'd rather fight than at Webster Bank Arena. I get to fight for the people that have been there for me since day one.
The Milford native trains for his fights at his own gym, which he opened to help others achieve their fitness goals.
Bring a little bit of what I've been learning and my experiences and my knowledge to where I'm from.
Feint, jab.
Nick's the best. He individually focuses on all our goals.
5, let's go. Add in a sprawl if you want.
He's done so much not only in the local community, but in the MMA community as a whole. And one day I hope to aspire to do the things that he's done, and let alone with the circumstances he's overcome.
Newell has outgrown his original location in West Haven and is in the process of opening up a brand new gym in Milford. Whether it's in the ring or running his own business, Nick is always willing to fight for his dreams.
There's always going to be a reason why you can't do something. You have to find a reason why you can. And I always found a reason why I can, and a reason why I can grow, and a reason why I can get better. It's allowed me to become the person I am and do the things that I've done.
In Milford, Matt Finkel, NBC, Connecticut. Former Husky Casey Cochran's story is well documented. The standout quarterback chose to give up football for his own health. Now he's pursuing a new passion and finding a new identity in the process.
Hit it, boy.
This is not the path Casey Cochran expected to take.
No matter what, I was going to play football for sure.
Growing up in a football family, Casey made it look easy. A two-time Gatorade Player of the Year in Connecticut before becoming the starting quarterback at UConn. But more than a dozen concussions forced him to give up the game he loved.
I was in a dark place after football, mainly because of the concussions, but because of the lack of community that I had.
Cochran battled anxiety and depression on the road to finding a new identity.
When I needed to fill all that void that I had after football, music was what filled it.
5 years ago, he picked up a guitar for the first time and began writing his own songs.
And it became very therapeutic for me.
If it all should be so easy.
The subject matter in the songs are really my storyline. I realized that there was another path out there for me.
After building up the courage to share his new passion, Cochran released his debut album, Take It Slow, this month.
When it came out last week, it was one of the most fulfilling things in my life.
The former quarterback has a complicated relationship with football. For all of the problems it caused, it also made him who he is today.
And that's why this album is very important for me. It's a lesson for me and for other people to realize that those life lessons that you learn through sports can be learned in other avenues. Music is something that I can have for the rest of my life, and it's something that I'll pursue for the rest of my life.
And Cochran hopes his music will help inspire others who are carving out a new path or have a dream that they've been putting on hold.
This is Sports Desk, brought to you by Xfinity, America's best internet service provider, according to speedtest.net.
Well, Dan Hurley says the band is back together. The UConn men getting their star player James Bouknight back on the court tonight to get some revenge on Providence. The Friars beat the Huskies just 6 days ago. Bouknight back, but he doesn't get the start. 5 minutes in, though, it's go time. And his first points? How about this for a welcome back, in case you forgot what he can do? Bouknight clocked 24 minutes tonight. He had 18 points. Huskies feeling it in transition. Tyrese Martin matching with 18 of his own, 16 of those in the first half. UConn up 6 at the half. They keep building into the second, winning battles in the paint. R.J. Cole and one. UConn led by 18 at one point in the second half. Big energy for a big welcome back, and this team just getting stronger by the day, right? A 73-61 win tonight over PC.
It was just, this is what we envisioned.
Next up, UConn travels to Villanova on Saturday. Staying in stores, memorable day for UConn men's soccer. Finally getting to open up their new stadium. Huskies had their fall season delayed, so this is their first game since November of 2019, their first at Maroney Stadium, and here's the first goal there. Musa Wade off the feed from Ben Awashi. Huskies take a 1-0 lead over in-state opponent Sacred Heart, and they added 2 more in the second 45. Felix Metzler and Maxwell DeBodine. A 3-0 win to add to the victory of just getting to start the season and finally opening up that stadium.
After the last 12 months,
High school hoops at Floyd Little Athletic Center. Wilbur Cross taking on Notre Dame West Haven. Governors are down 3. Good defense from Derek Grant. The steal leads to an easy 2. For the Green Knights, Ben Carroll was all over the court. 3 of his team high 27, and Notre Dame West Haven knocks off Wilbur Cross by 18. In the NBA, Celtics hosting the Nuggets. Jason Tatum sitting down on the floor finds Jaylen Brown for the slam. Those two combined for 48 points. Kemba chipped in 17. Boston gets back in the win column 112-99 over Denver. The Rangers lost to the Devils tonight, and the Islanders shut out the Sabres. That's your look at sports. We'll be right back.